All right, if you're someone who feels pulled in like a dozen different directions at once, you've landed in the exact right place. We're about to unpack why having too many interests isn't a flaw. Actually, it might just be your single greatest advantage for the future.
So, does this sound familiar? That constant advice you always hear. Just focus on one thing, or pick a lane and stick with it. I mean, it usually comes from a good place, but man, can it be frustrating, right?
And all that advice from the outside, it starts to create this confusion on the inside. You start thinking, wait, is there something wrong with me? Why can't I just commit to one single path like everyone else seems to?
Maybe for you it's art and business and tech and fitness and writing. You know, one day you're deep into coding and the very next you're obsessed with psychology. If that's you, trust me, you are so not alone in this.
Okay, but here's the big idea we're going to dig into today. What if that confusion, that scattered feeling, isn't a weakness at all? What if it's actually a sign that you are perfectly built for what's coming? What if it's your superpower in disguise?
Now, to really get why this is so important, we have to take a quick look back. We need to understand the rules of the old world because, spoiler alert, those rules just don't apply anymore. All right, so for decades, the gold standard was being a T-shaped professional. Just picture the letter T, right? That long vertical bar, that was your one deep skill, your specialty. And the little horizontal bar on top, that was just a light dusting of knowledge in other areas. This was the blueprint for a safe, stable career.
And when you put the past next to the future, the difference is just wow. The T-shaped past was all about stability, about specialization. But today's world, it's all about crazy fast change. We've got AI and automation, freelancing and startups, remote work, the whole content creation scene. This is the new landscape. And that old model, it just can't hang.
And what that means is, well, relying on just one deep skill has suddenly become super risky. I mean, think about it. Entire industries can change literally overnight. That secure job you have today could be automated by tomorrow. That feeling of safety from being a T-shape, yeah, it's pretty much an illusion now.
So, if the T-shape is a thing of the past, what's next? Well, welcome to the M-shape.
You see, M-shaped people don't stop at just one deep skill. No way. They build 2, 3, maybe even more areas where they're really good. Picture the letter M. It's got multiple strong pillars holding it up, right? But the real magic, the secret sauce, happens when they start building bridges between those pillars.
And listen, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is happening right now. Think about a designer who also knows marketing. They're not just making pretty things, they're making things that sell. Or a writer who gets psychology in business. That person is an absolute powerhouse. A coder who can actually speak, teach, and create content, that's a leader in the making.
So what this really means is you got to let go of that old idea, that your career is supposed to be this straight line just climbing one single ladder. Instead, picture it like that M. You're going to have these amazing peaks of strength in different areas. You might climb up one, then dip down into a new learning curve, and then climb right back up to a totally new peak.
Okay, so let's bring this all the way back to you and your too many interests. Because this right here, this is the moment we flip the script. This is where we turn that thing you thought was a flaw into your most powerful asset.
I absolutely love this analogy. Look, the world will always need specialists, right? People who can dig super deep into one specific tunnel of knowledge. We need them. But the world also desperately needs people who can build bridges between those tunnels, people who can connect the dots and create something brand new from the pieces. And if you have a ton of interests, guess what? You're a bridge builder.
And that is where your unique value comes from. It's not in any one skill by itself. It's in the combination, in the intersection. You combine a love for music with some editing chops, boom, you're making viral videos. You mix a deep knowledge of fitness with the ability to speak to a crowd, you've got a coaching empire on your hands. Storytelling plus a solid head for business, that's how powerful brands are born. Your special mix, that's your secret weapon.
So why is this so critical, like right now? Because the future is crying out for people who can adapt fast, people who can learn fast, people who can smash totally different ideas together and solve problems that have never existed before. And you know what? Those are the skills that AI and robots just can't copy. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, all right, I'm in. This sounds like me. But how do you actually build your M? Don't worry, let's break it down into a super simple 4-step plan.
First up,
Pick 2 or 3 interests that you genuinely love. Seriously, stuff you're passionate about. Second, go deep on them, but do it in seasons. Don't try to master everything all at once. Focus on one for a while, then another. Third, and this part is key, start mixing them. Create little projects where your skills have to talk to each other. And finally, number 4, share your journey. Put it out there. People don't follow perfect people. They follow people who are growing and becoming.
All right, as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with one last thought, something to hold on to as you go on this journey.
Seriously, just forget that pressure to find your one passion. The goal isn't to find some tiny little box to squeeze yourself into. The real goal is to build a life, a platform where your many passions can all make sense together, where they actually make each other stronger.
You know that feeling of confusion we talked about? The one you've been carrying around? That's not confusion. That's the feeling of raw, untapped potential. It's the hum of all your different interests just waiting to be connected and unleashed. It's not a bug in your system, it's a feature.
So, if you have ever, even for a second, felt like you're behind because you haven't specialized, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not lost. You are not late. You are just early. You're a pioneer showing up for a future that is being built for people exactly like you.
Because at the end of the day, in a world that's always changing, the winners aren't going to be the people who know one thing perfectly. No, the future belongs to the ones who can adapt, the ones who can become many.
So, the only question left is that you?